Welcome to part 3 of series 1, Influence with or without authority. The name itself speaks to the term influence. It makes you wonder, will you in fact be influential? Let's get started. Let's see what we can glean from this experience and then encapsulate these 3 segments from series 1 into a real learning tool. Influence with or without authority. Today, we'll be looking at defining influence and authority, identifying tips to strengthen our influence, and discussing the attributes of influential leaders. Hopefully, you'll fit into that category. Think about great leaders. When we think of great leaders, we associate humble confidence and the ability to project knowledge with credibility. The impression is more than words. It's presentation. It's how you show up. And of course, it's how you act. It's part of our brand. Our brand gives us control and power. If a person is well connected and trusted by customers, peers, and coworkers, they're likely to be respected by their employer. Personal branding allows you to show what matters to you. If you're lucky, your job and your interests will intersect. Use social media to brand yourself, establish and achieve your goals. Use it to increase exposure for your employer. Make sure that those personal posts reflect the brand that you represent and that you're proud of them and what they're saying about you. Use them to express your influence. If your goal is the what, it means that your brand's vision is the why. Your intuition is a future-focused statement of what will possibly happen after you fulfill your mission. So make sure that it's motivating and that it's ambitious. Make sure that you have a vision statement that reflects who you are and what you do, your what, your why, and your how. So those definitions: influence is the capacity to impact the development of someone or something. And authority is the power to give to others, make decisions, and enforce compliance. For your personal inventory, complete that inventory and make sure that you're a good listener. You can showcase the influence by sharing what you know and involving others early on. When you're involving others, is what they see, what they get. Let's take inventory. When you see the slide that says, let's take inventory, it's time for you to pull out that pen and paper and reflect on what you've heard thus far. With this particular slide, we're looking at what's in your toolbox. What tools do you have that will allow you to promote and present with influence? So how do you influence without authority? Claim your name. Claim your presence on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on all social media. Position yourself as a thought leader. Answer people's questions. Post frequently. Create visual continuity. Use the same theme, the same color pattern, the same presence, the same brand. Do live coverage of some of your events on LinkedIn Live or on Facebook video. Go multimedia and create a clear and consistent message across all channels. That's how you create the influence without authority. Make relevant adjustments along the way. Are there career gaps that you need to fill? Education, experience, and relationships. Start to act the part by introducing yourself. Speak the language, share your story, be proactive, be strategic. Choose your associates wisely, have a positive attitude, dress and act the part. Again, the paper, the pen, let's take inventory. What is your message? What message are you trying to get across? What message do you want others to hear? Write that down. And then consider, why am I talking? Why am I talking in the first place? Think about the acronym WAIT. Why am I talking? What is my message? What is my story? Courageous conversations drive influence, create impact, and invite inclusion. Does that describe you? Have you ever lacked confidence, questioned your ability to communicate, fumbled at introducing yourself, or waited to be asked? It's time for you to showcase, to stand out with confidence. Find and then become a point person. Sit in on meetings outside your wheelhouse. Show interest, ask probing questions, Demonstrate your value and do that with calm confidence, honest, open, understanding, respectful, and straightforward. Speaking from a place of calm allows you to gather your thoughts. Take a breath. Take a moment before you start to speak. Respect others' actions and respect the input of others. Let's take inventory. Do you have your paper and pencil? How are you showing influence? What steps are you taking to demonstrate influence in your career as well as in your personal life? Consider yourself an influencer. The strongest influencers are powerful, authentic, consistent, visible. Be authentic, be polite, be positive, be your best self. Showcase your influence through interactions. You can do that by building influential relationships, by getting involved in cross-functional projects, by volunteering to strengthen your skills, by taking on a leadership role, and by starting a website, a blog, or perhaps even a newsletter. Think about your emphasis and your target audience. Understand that target market, find and connect with the right people, and determine for whom you are doing this. And please don't wait to be asked. It's time to lead. What's your strategy? Bring out the paper and pen. Write down your approach. Is it to lead? Is it to take action? Is it to not wait? Write down what you should be doing. Determine your next steps. Ask questions, exhibit enthusiasm, seek outcomes rather than titles. Follow leadership and be a leader. And then seek feedback. Do others see you as you see yourself? Talk to trusted colleagues, use surveys and past reviews to determine who you are and how you'd like to present. We all need a GPS. We use one often in our car. It's a common tool. It tells us where we're going and how to get there. All we need to do is put in that destination. I prefer that you use a GPS as G for goals. We must have them to succeed. P for process. We must follow a process to reach those goals. And S for systems or strategies, because without that system in place, success will be limited. So devise your GPS, express your point of view, identify your values, create your content, establish yourself, and show your worth. This is your moment. How do you influence without authority? Through values, content, reestablishing who you are, and showing you can swiftly bring about your proficiency if you help people find a solution to their problem. This is influence. What strategies do influencers use? They too have specific strategies. It's empowerment, interpersonal awareness, negotiating skills, networking, stakeholder awareness, a shared vision, impact, influence. They demonstrate reasoning. They use coercion. All of these are tools that you too may be using for your own high exposure. And now some tips for high exposure. Identify key influencers. Create relationships. Listen to your audience or market. Understand generational marketing and the decisions that others make. Develop your website for mobile first and then big screen. Think of yourself as the influencer. You are the product. Make yourself viral. Again, thank you for joining Influence with or Without Authority. This is the third in the first series, and we invite you also to explore series 2. For now, your job is to review the assessment, respond to those questions, and let's see what your strong takeaways truly are. Thanks for being with us today.